Hey y'all, it's Regan. Welcome back to another episode of Cozy Up with Regan and Friends.
Hey,
hello.
I'm just going to jump right into it. We have had quite the week. We don't really have much of a outline for this week's episode because we're just going to dedicate it to two things. Last week, you might have noticed, we had little Ivy and little Sawyer in the corners. And this week, we only have little Ivy. She's hiding.
She's in the corner right here.
The weekend was traumatic.
To say the least.
I'm going to let Maddie start the story, and then I'll fill in the details.
Friday evening when I got home from work at 4:30, only Ivy came up and jumped around me, and I was like, well, that's weird. And I came further into our house, and Sawyer was laying underneath the dining room table, not really wanting to get up. And so I was trying everything. I was like, do you want to go for a walk? Do you want to go get dinner? Do you want to do this? And finally I said, do you want to go for a car ride? And he stood up and then stumbled about 3 times and then collapsed in our hallway. At which point I picked him up and put him in my car, tried calling them because they were both at work, and then eventually found our closest emergency vet and wheeled him in there. And then she left work and met me at the closest vet.
Yes, Maddie had called and said Sawyer collapsed. I'm taking him to the ER. I was like, are you being so for real? Like, is this like a joke? Which is like a weird thing to joke about, but I was like, you just never know. Like, he was a totally healthy dog prior. He was also only 7, so he's not like he's like old and decrepit at this point. By the time we get to the first ER, immediately upon arrival, they see that his gums are pale, his ears are pale, his paw pads are pale. So they quickly jump to internal bleeding. So they do an ultrasound on his tummy, and they see free fluid. So then they decide to get a needle syringe, and they poke it into his abdomen and retract, and it's full of blood. So it's confirmed that he is bleeding into his stomach. At this point, they suggest that we go to a much larger hospital because it might get really bad really fast, and they just don't have the facilities and the materials to help him if that were to happen. So we load him up into my car on a little gurney, and we bring him to a bigger hospital, and they admit him. They immediately give him fluids, try to make him stable. And we already start talking about what this could be, even without testing, and what we're going to do moving forward. It's pretty clear, and they're 90% sure that he had a hemangiosarcoma on his spleen, which is cancer of the blood vessels, which means it spreads really, really fast and it grows really, really fast. And what had happened is he had this cancer that we went undetected, and eventually this huge tumor on his spleen had ruptured, and then it was bleeding into his abdomen. So his time was very, very limited, and we weren't sure if he was even going to make it to like the end of the day. We didn't know if he was going to make it weeks, if he was going to make it into surgery. Upon CT scans, chest x-rays, lots of blood tests, we find multiple masses on his liver or on his spleen. We find gallstones in his gallbladder. We find an obstruction in his small intestine. They find swollen lymph nodes in his lungs, and that his heart has shrunken. And then with blood tests, we find out that most of his levels are fine, considering that he's internally bleeding, except for his platelet count is 6,000 when it should be 120,000. Therefore, he has little to no ability to clot or stop his own bleeding. So he is not a good candidate for surgery, and surgery was kind of our only hope that anything would have any chance of getting better. So since surgery is off the table, we made the hard decision to move forward without it, because technically the vets were telling us, like, you could do surgery, and it could be benign, and it could be this, and it could be that, but more than likely it's this, that, and another thing, and he has a 95% chance of bleeding out on that table. Mm-hmm. And so we made the really, really, really hard decision to say no to even trying surgery, and we decided to bring him home, and we spent his last 24 hours up in this living room all together, Just giving him cuddles. We got him a cheeseburger.
Ice cream.
We got him ice cream. We all slept with him. Maddie actually slept on the floor all night. God bless her back. And in the morning, you know, I was at least hoping either he was going to either be passed in his sleep or he was going to be miraculously healed, which like neither one of those was very realistic. So unfortunately in the morning on Sunday, I had to make a call, and we decided to do an at-home euthanasia. I have a hard time making that decision. I still have a hard time. I know euthanasia is the humane thing to do, but in my head it seems so incredibly inhumane to do it. Does that make sense? I word that correctly. Like, I know that's what you do, and I know that's what you're supposed to do when a dog is suffering. He's literally bleeding and he's not getting better. But I have a very hard time, or I had a very hard time, making a phone call to a dog who was still wagging his tail, and a dog that was still eating and drinking and wanted to play with his ball, and being like, yeah, can you come over and like take care of this, you know? But I know that's what you're supposed to do. So on Sunday we did go through with it, and we had to put him to rest, and we did it in our own home with all of us and with Ivy. And yeah, he went from totally healthy from when I left for work at 10 a.m. to
He was fine all day.
10 a.m. Friday to 4 p.m. Friday. He was being sent to the ER, and by 4 p.m. Friday to 4 p.m. Sunday, we had to put him down. He was only 7. He was such a happy boy.
Very handsome boy.
The handsomest boy. Literally, I got him in my senior year of high school, and he was my boy. He was my dog. He was my best friend. He went through a lot of stuff with me, with my family, with these guys, moved across the country with us.
Yeah.
He made all kinds of friends.
He was just the best. And he was always like the one, because Ivy, like when we're down bad, Ivy like seems to like transition and be down bad with us.
Yeah.
But Sawyer was always the one that would like try and play with us or like comfort us. And he was just the comforter.
Yeah.
And
he was my ESA. He knows the deal.
yeah.
Yeah.
He was the man of the house.
He was.
Yeah, he was the best.
And he still is until we get a new one. Either human or dog.
Yeah.
But Sawyer is our boy, our man. It was just like so fast and so traumatic and so like unbelievable that this is what we were going through. Like every person I called and told, they were like, what?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Because like Friday night I called and I was like, I don't know if he's making it till the morning. I was like, Sawyer might die today.
Yeah, when you guys called me, because you had left, we were both at work, and you were like, I have to go, Maddie's taking Sawyer to the ER, and I was like, okay, like, you go, I'm gonna stay, obviously, and then just, like, call me if things go downhill, and then eventually, like, I look at my phone, because I was busy, and I look at my phone, and, like, you and Maddie are, like, blowing me up, and I, like, told our boss, I was like, I have to go, because something's happening.
Well, earlier in the day, he had gotten in my trash can, which is a Sawyer thing. But I don't throw any food in there. It's like dryer sheets and torn up bills and empty wrappers. So it wasn't like anything that should have hurt him. And so my first concern was he swallowed something and it's like hurting him and it's my fault. And I just like broke down and I was like, maybe I'm being dramatic. Maybe his arthritis is bad and he just like fell over because his arthritis is really bad. And then when I got in there and then she was like, so he's really pale. I was like waiting for her to say like, did he eat something or like do something? And I was like in denial for a long time because I was thinking of possibilities that like weren't this severe. You know what I mean? I wanted to
never
be like,
think they're gonna say, "Oh, your dog has life-threatening cancer."
Yeah,
yeah. Got like days to live.
Yeah,
because even in the car, I was like, I mean, Maddie's pretty in tune, but Maddie's always saying like, "Oh, they're sick," and I'm like, "Oh, they're fine." You know, so I was like, I didn't think you were overreacting, and I was very happy to have you to take him. But I was thinking like, okay, maybe it's just not as bad as we think it is. Maybe it's not as bad as it looks. And then it was just as bad, if not worse, because I still wasn't thinking death. And I wasn't thinking death in 48 hours.
No.
You want to wipe a little fuzz off your forehead?
Do I have a fuzz?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh. Hold on. Chill
Okay,
out.
I think you're good. There you go.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, what was I going to say? There was something about that. Oh, and the other kicker with like surgery is, say his platelets would have been up and say it was like, okay, we're going to go into the spleen and the gallbladder and the small intestine and we're going to go beep, boop, boop, and we're going to remove all the issues and things are going to be okay. Like, that would have been another story in itself, but it was like, they went in, they're like, he has this super life-threatening cancer, 90% chance he does, and it probably 100% of the time spreads, and it's probably all over him already, especially if it ruptured. So say we even do attempt to go in, it's probably everywhere, and even with, not that money's the issue, but thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of surgery, even if we went in there and it was like the surgery was successful, he still only had like a month. Like, best case scenario, and that's like with like dog chemotherapy.
Yeah, they were like, we could do like call like an oncologist and like do chemo and like blood transfusions, and I'm like, that is not like a good life. It's not good quality of life for a dog. If a dog can't be a dog, then it's just not worth it.
And even putting him through anesthesia at that point too. Yeah, he was already so weak that it would have been a lot.
Well, yeah, because then it's like, and what's crazy is like, anesthesia has everything to do with the heart, and they kept saying how his heart was so healthy, and maybe like lab results are showing his heart being really healthy, but then clearly like the CT scan showed that his heart was like shrunken and not doing well. So then it's like, okay, so say for that CT we would have done the full body, because there was two options. There was like, I don't know, I'm just gonna say it's like semi CT for the lack of, I have no idea what it would be called, but there was like a half CT and a full. And if we did a full, we would have had to put him under general anesthesia. And the half was like just sedation, which is much easier and reversible. And they were trying to push for the general anesthesia CT so they could get like a clear image. But my cousin who works in like veterinary ER had informed me just how hard that is on the body. And if he's already so stressed and so, you know, injured and all this stuff, like she didn't recommend that we do that. And I'm very grateful we didn't. Because if his heart was that small, they didn't know until the CT. Yeah. And the general anesthesia affects the heart. So who's to say that general anesthesia for the CT wouldn't have done it? But I just thought of that now. And I thought that was interesting. But we just wanted, I know like majority of you probably don't care, but I wanted to just document the story and the weekend, and I want to put in all kinds of little Soyboy clips. He was our Soyboy, our Sawyerson, our soy sauce,
our Google Smanson.
It's just crazy because, like you said, he was only 7, but from high school, you know, like this he saw a lot. He was the cutest little puppy, and he saw a lot of phases.
He was the cutest little puppy. Yeah. And he was just always the best. It was like from day one, he was mine, I was his. And he loved everybody, and everybody loved him.
It's hard
for good reason.
Yeah,
took Jay a little bit of time.
Well, just because I love my Iverson. Yeah, we have the same personality.
Ivy's just a girl's girl.
Yeah,
but Sawyer was a girl's boy.
Yeah, and Sawyer was our dog. He was just like literally the best.
Yeah, 7 was far too young. I mean, like in the grand scheme of things, like I mean, not grand scheme of things, but like he technically was a senior dog. But 7 is just like some of these dogs live to be like 20 years old.
Yeah, my Chihuahua was 19.
I've even seen like labs live to be like 17, like medium-sized dogs. Like it's definitely possible. And I know like some people's dogs die at a year and some people's dogs die at 17. Like obviously you just never know. And that's the unfortunate reality of having a pet of any kind. But yeah, so that is our week recap. If I had to rate this week, I'd give it a 0.5.
Yeah.
Just the weekend. It was just really, really a lot.
It just happened so fast, and it was like really traumatizing.
And it was so much information and so many, like, I've never made a decision like that in my life. I've never, ever, ever had to make any type of decision to that caliber. No. Ever.
And it's like, it's also like something that like Maddie and I can like put our input in, but we can't make that decision for you either.
No, but I was very grateful. I mean, that's what I needed everybody. I needed you guys, and I don't know what I would do without you both here. And I needed my parents' input. I needed my cousins. I needed, like, at one point I was just like begging the vet to just be like, what would you do? Yeah. Because I know you can't tell me, but I need you to tell me. Yeah. I called so many friends, and all of everyone's input was just, you know, and now of course everyone's like, do what's best, you know, but I don't know. It was just, it was a lot, and it's something I did not expect to have none of us would have expected to do that anytime soon.
No.
I thought we had years and years
No,
and
and
years
that
and
has been
years.
even a recent conversation
Yeah.
about like, oh, Ivy, do you think she'll be a good like big sister and teach a new dog? And like, you always tell me like, no, like we have years and years and years.
I'm like,
and,
yeah, I thought like
it
he's
was
7.
never-
I thought minimum like 3. I thought realistically, like he had valley fever and he had arthritis, but I was like, those are both like okay and manageable. I thought 3 years, like make it to 10 was the goal. I thought make it to 12 was realistic. You know, so I was always like, oh, we probably have like 5 years, but we did not, unfortunately.
No. R.I.P. our Sorsen. He was the best.
Our Smanson, my soy boy, Sawyer Rupert.
Yes, Rupert. Miss him so much.
He, was just the best, truly. And everyone knows that, and any person who's ever met him knows exactly
What we're
why
talking
we're
about.
feeling, how we're feeling, and
He's my little spoon.
Yeah.
yeah.
He was the best cuddler. Ivy's not a cuddler.
No. She'll push you away.
Withdraws. She pushes, but
She's
Sawyer
gonna learn
loved to cuddle. And
She's
Sawyer,
gonna slowly learn.
yeah,
Yes.
Sawyer used to leave space on the bed for me to come cuddle goodnight.
It was so cute.
And-
I would say,
Prop the pillows up and
let's go to bed, and he would run into my room, and he would hop in the bed, and he would leave like a foot of space, and that was like a little gap that
me
Maddie was
playing.
supposed to just slide in, and then they would spoon and snuggle. We do screen time.
yeah, he loved
Every single night.
snuggles. He loved his snuggles, but
Yeah.
Ivy likes pets and she likes attention, but she doesn't like snuggles.
No, and she doesn't like attention when you want to give her attention.
But then she like craves the attention when you're trying to like actually do something.
Yeah.
She's crazy.
She's a ding dong.
She's a ding dong. and we
Also,
love her.
another point to be made is that we did a lot of research on like how best to handle her being around it and the loss of him, because a lot of times like other dogs can become depressed, and so she said her goodbyes and sniffed him.
And made
as
sure she
he
was in the room.
room. She was in the room. She seems to be. I mean, she's still with us. Like she's still like around us. Some people say dogs hide. So she's still like around us and she's still eating and she's
actually
doing
pretty
okay.
normal. Yeah.
She's pretty normal. There's like some little things here and there that it's like, I think she's still like seeing if he's coming.
right.
Yeah, she keeps like
You're still,
looking
like-
out the doors, like looking, like
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
staring out the outside,
Yeah.
like
And
just like
she's laying under the dining room table,
Yes.
which is where Maddie found Sawyer.
yeah.
Which I've never seen her lay under the table.
No, never. That was always
So there
her
must be
spot.
some sort of scent from the
Maybe
stress
it's
and trauma.
comforting for her
Yeah.
to be down there.
I'm trying to convince her to sleep on my bed because Sawyer was my bed buddy, and now I'm real lonely in my big bed.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get her to sleep up there, but that'll be a work in progress. But yeah, so we're just gonna insert clips of Soyboy throughout all of this, and this is just for us to look back at. If you were to take anything from this, I mean, obviously, hug your puppies and kitties and lizards close, and don't make that face. And I don't know, you can never like be too careful. I know like 2 weeks ago Sawyer was acting kind of sick, and they think maybe that was like the start of a rupture, and there's nothing we could have done, and there was no reason we would have thought to take him in. So it's like, realistically, if we did, maybe we would have caught it way sooner, and maybe that's exactly what that was, and then we wouldn't be here. But it's also like, you'll never know. But just hug your puppies and check them out, and white gums, ears, and paw pads mean internal bleeding. That's what I learned.
Yep.
Or it could just be anemia, so don't like freak out the second that
Yeah.
their gums are a little white. My gums used to be a little white too when I was anemic. So, but that is the sad end of this episode. But we're gonna finish it on not a sad end. Before I move on, these flowers are from two of our best friends, Maya and Megan, and we're very grateful. And these flowers are from my sister-in-law and my 2 nieces. And I just wanted to give them a little shout out because we all love flowers, and we all love a little extra like hug from afar.
Yeah.
But anywho, moving on to a much more fun topic. If y'all don't watch Dancing with the Stars, you need to start right now. It was week 1 yesterday. You're not far behind. You can catch up before next week.
Yep.
And let me tell you, these celebrities did not come to play.
No.
No.
I was like actually baffed because I was like, there's no way they only had 2 weeks to practice. Like,
Yeah,
these
2
people
weeks.
were on
A lot of them had a
point.
foundation in dance, though.
For
which
sure.
was, like, I think majority. No?
I mean, a lot, like, I did ballet when I was little. I
Yeah.
feel like sometimes it's
Yeah.
like them being like, I used to dance when I was 7.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, sure. Some people definitely do have, but they're all like celebrities. So they've all like done like shows and this and that.
Right.
or-
Yeah.
But they floored me. Floored. Let's just do top 3.
Okay.
Whoever wants to start.
I'm going.
Wait. Top 3 as in your favorite, not top 3 as in who you think is going to get like first, second, third.
Okay.
We'll do that later.
Favorites. I'm going to go. Third favorite is Jen
Okay.
from Mormon Wives.
Okay.
Second favorite, Whitney,
From Mormon Wives.
Mormon Wives. Number 1, Robert Irwin Jr. Not Jr. Robert Irwin. 'Cause I always thought his dad's name was Robert, but it's Steve.
I know. I thought it was too.
But Robert Irwin,
An icon.
an absolute icon. If you have not watched the video, like,
We're not
even
going
if
to
you're not,
spoil, but
He does good.
it's like, if you don't even watch it, like, please just go on like TikTok or something, watch a video of him dancing. Like, it's actually so entertaining. And I
Yeah.
know he doesn't have a dance background.
no,
You know,
he's
so-
just wrestling cross.
He just like has such a good personality, and he's always so smiley, and like that's like half of the competition is like bringing the energy. And like, I know he is gonna take it to the end because I know his sister won.
Yeah.
So like
Bende.
Bende, I win.
Day.
The
But
crocodiles.
yeah, like it just like he was top notch, and I loved it.
No, absolutely. Yeah. 10 out of 10. And his scores. We're not even
No,
gonna
I was pissed.
They're pissed. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
do it. But yeah, if you don't watch and you have no intention to watch, that's lame and you should. But if you really aren't going to go watch, just go watch Robert Irwin's dance because it's just remember it's week 1. He's had 2 weeks and he's only going to get better.
Yeah.
And that dance, I kept saying that dance is like a finale dance.
No,
Yeah.
that was
dance
so
was
good.
So good.
So good.
My top 3. So Robert surprised me. I had no intention of him being like my top, like my first, but he is my favorite. Then it's Whitney because I've been following Whitney on TikTok for a while, and I'm like, no, I know she's going to eat down, and I like her personality on TikTok much more than I did on Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I think she's a totally different human. So it would go Robert, Whitney, and then I don't think she's going to go far, but I do love me some Alex Earl.
Yeah.
And then if I had Jen's like right here. So I love Alex more than Jen, but Jen's really killing it. But I just love Alex. So I'm going to have to put her as my third because I hope she does so well. I don't know. We'll see. She might
Yeah.
surprise me. She needs to loosen up a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it goes Robert, Whitney, Alex Earl.
Period.
Okay. I can't remember his name. My number 3 one. He's the comedy guy.
Andy.
Yes. He's my number 3. I know he's not
yeah.
gonna make it. He's not gonna make
Andy
it far,
Richter?
but he's
Is that his last name?
I don't even
He's a
remember.
comedian. He's older.
so
he's
funny.
so sweet.
He's
and
so-
then
yeah.
my number 2 is Robert Irwin.
Number
Oh,
2?
wow.
I think he's good, but I think Elaine is iconic.
Oh, yeah. Meredith.
And I
love-
from
and
the
she
Parents.
was
And she's
good.
actually
And
good.
she brought really
it.
good. And
Yeah.
I think she's just an iconic legend. So
No,
I have to
you
be
can't
like,
beat
she's
Meredith.
Literally
Great.
what I said last night, I was like, this is the first woman I ever hated.
Yeah.
No,
Like-
literally. No, she was the worst in that movie.
Yes, Parent Trap, if you know, you know.
No, that's a good one. And she ate down last
She
night
ate
too. She
down.
did fantastic. And she gives her background story, but she got like super injured and like used to be a dancer and couldn't be a dancer anymore. So she's like in a lot of pain, but she's not letting that stop her.
No, she
Not
was
even a little
so
bit.
good.
Yeah.
And she looked like she was like felt a part of her come back. Like she looked like she
good
was
for her.
enjoying herself so much, and she just
Yeah.
loved it.
Just like this show genuinely brings me like a stupid amount of like pure bliss.
No,
and
for
honestly,
sure.
after last weekend, this is what we needed so
Yeah.
bad, and I'm
Oh,
so
yeah.
grateful for it. But I am jacked and jazzed
I'm
and
so
jonesing for
ready.
the next episode.
I'm so ready.
So ready. My heart's gonna get broken the second somebody goes
yeah,
home.
I
There's
know.
only
I
a
love
couple.
them
Yeah.
all.
There's a couple where it's like I don't really care all that much.
Jack
like,
Frost.
Yeah,
Jack
which is a
Frost
bummer
gotta
because I love
go.
his partner Jen.
He's got spunk, but
But he's
Mr.
not-
Efron,
I'm not attached
Mr.
to him.
Efron can go too.
You think?
Oh yeah.
I think he did well.
You know who
Honestly-
surprised me though? Remember Alec Baldwin's wife, Hilaria.
Yeah.
Oh
Yes.
gosh, she was really good.
Crazy good.
She
And then
was
we were like,
super
who is
good.
this girl? Like, I don't know her. And then she's like a health wellness coach. What the heck? And then the second they showed Alec Baldwin on the screen, we're like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was like, oh.
And then we were looking into them and we were
They have 7 kids.
saying, should I answer this? It'd be funny, huh?
Who is it?
Carissa.
Yeah.
She'll love it. Crinkles!
We're
You're on the pod. Say hi.
Oh, hey.
Say hey.
We're filming the pod. Can I call you in a bit?
Yeah, only if you tell the viewers so I can subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Crinkle says so
heard her.
herself. Okay, I'll call you in a bit.
Okay, sorry, love you.
Love you. Bye. Weekly listener, one of our number one fans right there. She's always wanted a proper cameo. I feel like that was great. I don't have any idea what I was saying, but
Bindi, or no. Hilaria.
she was great.
She was
and I think she'll go
fantastic.
far. I think the only reason she won't make it to the end is she doesn't have a fan base.
No.
Like at the end, like the judges' scores and like the voter scores are like merged together, and I just don't think she's gonna get like
No.
many voters.
That's how I feel about Baron Davis too, because I think for him as being just like a big athlete, you know, he's not out there and he's gonna put his best foot forward, and he's just out there trying to like learn the moves. Like you can tell, and his dance is like so sweet because it's like he does not dance, you know, and that's like those are like the people that I like to watch. Like I know like Whitney had like a dance background. Like I was telling you guys yesterday, I was like, I like watching the people who have never danced a day in their lives, because it's like then you see the progress. The people who already like know how to dance, kind of like the gymnasts and the, you know, and the TikTok people.
Yes.
Like I like watching people who've never danced because I'm like, yeah, I could relate. But like I'm also like such a critic to these people. I'm like, their footwork, like their foot would know it needs to be more crisp. Like their feet aren't pointed. I'm like,
But
I'm
no,
over
I'll
here.
judge. I know what to look for. I can't do it, but I know what to look for. You know, I'm like, oh, timing's off. They're gonna give him a 5. You know, but it's just like, I don't know. I had a great time.
so
it was like the
entertaining.
best 2 hours I've had in a long time.
It went so fast.
It did
So
go
fast.
fast.
And it's just, yeah, I can't say enough good things.
Yeah.
I truly, like, I know everyone's always like, go watch the show, go watch the show. Like, no. If you have any amount of spare time in your week and you just like to be happy, then go watch this show. It'll be so good.
And
then we can recap.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, for the next 10 weeks,
We should just do like a quick
we're
little
just going
recap.
to do a Dancing with the Stars recap and say, like, who is our favorite and whoopity whoop.
Okay, so then I'm going to finish with this question on this topic, which maybe we already kind of answered it. But out of all the stars, who surprised you the most? Like, I know, like, we talked a lot, but, like, even, like, me, like, I kept telling you, like, Whitney's going to be so good, so good. And you're like, you think, and you saw her and you're like, no, she's, like, doing great. Like, who was your biggest surprise?
Honestly, Jen, because she just had a baby 8 weeks ago, and he was flipping her around like
and on
crazy.
Jen, this is what I wanted to say. With Jen, too, I think Jen's going to go far because I think her and Whitney are, like, I know they're, like, friends, but I think they're going to get really, really competitive.
For sure.
I think they're going to be, like, neck and neck, and they're going to be trying to, like, do the most.
Yeah.
But Jen will get votes just from, like, Secret Lives fans. But Jen being paired with Taylor Swift's Eras Tour dancer.
Different fan base. Yeah.
Like, you're getting, like, a whole lot of people who are going for Jan, I think is how you say his name. Like, they're just voting for Jan, not Jen.
Yeah.
And they want him to succeed. This is his first season. Like, he's a newbie. He's so cute and sweet and foreign.
Yeah.
So I think, like, Jen's going to excel also because her partner is just going to be getting votes for her.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's what I think. But she's really, really good. So she's going to go far on her own anyway.
Yeah.
But I think that'll help boost her.
Yeah. Who were you surprised by?
I think Jen, because she was like, I had a baby 8 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Truly, I was surprised by Robert Irwin.
I know, true. Like, I was gonna say that, but we've already talked about him a lot. But
I know, but it's like I didn't doubt he can dance. Like, he's fit, he's young, his sister can dance. I just like had no idea what I was in for, and like I tell, that was a crispy, like perfect 10 out of 10 dance. I was just so
we literally
baffled.
audibly gasped and screamed when he was dancing.
Yeah.
When he got over her. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Or the
yeah, the little slide. At the beginning.
like are you kidding? Oh,
in his
my
little
gosh.
outfit, his little Australian zoo outfit.
He is so cute. I'm obsessed with him.
I am obsessed. I was like, I have a new crush. Like yesterday we were sitting there, I was like, I have a new crush.
And I've been, and like he's only like 21, 22 years old, but I have been crushing on him for a long time. He is like literally the cutest.
He's a little
and like
button.
His People's magazine cover photo
if you haven't seen it, also go look that up. Go look up Robert.
No, we're gonna insert one.
Okay.
We're gonna insert one. Like, are you
kidding me?
Yeah, literally. But yeah, and then this wasn't planned, but while we're on like the TV shows type of thing, since this seems to be what we're just gonna be talking about for a while, we just watched the Summer I Turned Pretty season finale, and we're gonna keep this extremely brief. But I could not get into the season 3 like for a while, and then my friends kept telling me, like specifically Maddie Geoffrey, shout out. She kept saying, you need to watch. It gets so much better. I'm like, I am so not into it. I am so not locked in. And then one day I just sat down, hunkered down, and as if it's a chore, but watch TV like all day. And I got locked in, and Jaya just happened to be on the couch at the same time that Maddie came after work.
And I'm like this. I'm like, no, I don't want to watch that. And then I'm like,
no,
it's like locked in the whole time.
And then all of a sudden she's making comments, and she's like, what the? And I was like, I didn't even know you were paying attention. And then Maddie like came home from work, and she got locked in. So then we were all kind of locked in for a minute. And the season finale today will not disappoint. Once again, like it was everything I wanted and more. Everything I wanted and more.
And it was like an emotional roller coaster. It was such an up and down.
Which is
like
great.
I
love it.
Oh, and we don't want to spoil it, but it's still just like so good.
And if you've never watched the show, it's a little corny, it's a little teeny bopper at first, but then by the end of it, like the plot and the storyline and the love stories are just so good. I love it. It's like wholesome, like just great for all categories of people.
And now they're coming out with a movie.
Yeah, so we looked if there's a season 4, because I mean, obviously the season end you want to see, and there's no 4th season, which kind of broke my heart. It was intended to have 3 seasons and 3 seasons only because it's based off the book. But they are going to do a movie to kind of do like a final overall end cap for everybody, which I can get behind. I kind of like it.
I'm down.
I kind of like that a lot, actually.
Yeah, it's like they're doing like a Sex in the City.
It also makes it like easy to rewatch. Like I might go rewatch the show. That's 3 seasons.
See, I only watched I only watched the 3rd season. So
yeah, there's a lot of good juice.
I need to go watch the rest.
But I just want to finish with that because that's also relevant to kind of what we were talking about. But yeah, Summer I Turned Pretty, Dancing with the Stars, fantastic.
Robert Irwin.
Can't recommend enough. Robert Irwin is a honey lamb sent from
Cheddar Bay Biscuit Central.
Yeah. Yeah, and then obviously the sad news of Soyboy, and he will never be forgotten, and we love him so much, and as did so many of you, so we appreciate all your texts and calls and posts and love, and yeah, it was really crummy, but what can you do? I wish Ivy would come in here.
I know, she's right here.
But
she's under the chair.
Yeah, she's just chilling. She's in the office. Under the office.
She's under.
But, all right, well, we're going to wrap the episode up there, but we will see you guys again next week for another Dancing with the Stars recap and some other topic that's hopefully not as sad.
Yeah.
But thank you for tuning in. See you next week.
Peace out, Girl Scout.